Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. I am Sumaya Abubakar, taking you through the stories trending online that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu arrives France ahead of the Global Financing Pact Summit convened by President Emmanuel Macron in Paris. Gunmen suspected to kill kidnappers have abducted the wife and 2 children of an overseas returnee, Sikiru Abiola, in Kwara State. 20-year-old man killed by neighbor's tank in Lagos. And US singer Bibi Rexha shows off her painful injuries after being hit in the face with a phone during concert. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu arrives France ahead of the Global Financing Pact Summit convened by President Emmanuel Macron in Paris. He was received by both French and Nigerian officials. The president joined world leaders in Paris, France on Thursday, June 22nd, to review and sign a new global financial pact that places vulnerable countries on priority list for support and investment following devastating impact of climate change, energy crisis, after effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. A statement released by his special advisor, Special Duties, Communication and Strategy, Dele Alake, the president participated in the 2-day summit, June 22nd and June 23rd, that looked at opportunities to restore a fiscal space to countries that face difficult short-term financial challenges, especially the most indebted, mobilize innovative financing for countries vulnerable to climate change, foster development in low-income countries, and encourage investment in green infrastructure for the energy transition in emerging and developing economies. President Tinubu and the other global leaders, multilateral institutions, financial experts, and economists had a more holistic look at the recovery of economies from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and rising crisis of poverty, with a view to providing access to finance and investment that will leverage inclusive growth. The summit, which was hosted by President Emmanuel Macron of France, was held at Palais Brongniart. The statement in part read: the president was accompanied by members of the Presidential Policy Advisory Council and senior government officials. He will return to Abuja on Saturday, June 24th. A netizen commented, "Very soon Nigeria will stand again and I will be fully satisfied as a Nigerian." Another comment reads, "I am beginning to like my president's bold step taken just 3 weeks in office. Safe trip, Mr. President. We are expecting more." Someone added, "I like the fact that this government is being transparent." Next on What's Trending, we have gunmen suspected to be kidnappers have abducted the wife and 2 children of an overseas returnee, Sikiru Abiola, in Kwara State. The incident occurred in Okanle Fajeromi community in Ifelodun local government area around 11 p.m. on Monday, June 19, 2023. It was gathered that the gunmen invaded the community located near Idofian while villagers were asleep and kidnapped the mother and her sons. It was learned that Sikiru Abiola returned to the community from overseas about 3 years to practice farming. The Olugbensen of Okanle, who is the Bale community head, Alhaji Abdul Fatai Olasukomi, who confirmed the incident, said the gunmen arrived at the community at midnight when the villagers were already asleep and invaded the house of Alhaji Sikiru and kidnapped the victims. He said the vigilantes in the town responded to the alarm raised by Alhaji Sikiru Abiola. Spokesperson of the Kwara Police Command, SP Ajayi Okasami, confirmed the incident on Wednesday evening, June 21st. And until now, the abducted people have not been rescued from the kidnappers, but our men are on their trails and we hope that they will be rescued, Okasami added. A netizen said, "The height of insecurities in Nigeria keeps increasing. God protect us till we japa." Someone said, "You could imagine them leaving another man's land to come and develop theirs only to get kidnapped. Aside from the system being so corrupt, your safety is not guaranteed. That's why most people in Nigeria prefer to go back to abroad, leave Nigeria, and the people that are there do not want to come back. Well, I hope they are returned safely." Another person wrote, "I thought Kwara used to be the safest state in Nigeria." Next on What's Trending, we have 20-year-old admission seeker Jamal Nureni was crushed to death in his sleep when a water tank belonging to a neighbor fell from its stand and crashed into his bedroom. The incident happened on Alhaji Kazim Street, Ikotun Egbe area of Lagos, where the deceased lived with his grandmother, Alhaja Yemisi Odejimi. Before his tragic death, Nureni was seeking admission to the University of Lagos to study engineering. According to Daily Trust, Nureni was asleep on Saturday, June 17, 2023, when the water-laden tank fell from the neighbor's compound adjacent to his grandmother's house. The tank reportedly landed on the roof and crashed into the room where Nureni slept, smashing his head in the process. He was said to have been rushed to a nearby hospital where he was confirmed dead on arrival. The bereaved grandmother told the publication that she wanted to get citizenship confirmation later for her grandson as part of the requirement for admission process. It was learned that the divisional police officer of Ikotun police station, where the incident was reported, visited the scene together with his team. A netizen commented, "This didn't happen while he was outside, but inside his house. It's really sad and heartbreaking, a tragic reminder of how fragile life can be." A lady said, "This is a sign for you to check your water tank. See how someone else's negligence has cost a young man his life. Very tragic way to die." Another lady said, "Charge owners of the tank to court. Let them pay for their stupidity and nonchalant attitude that cost the life of this young, vibrant man." Next on what's trending, we have a suspected traffic robber simply identified as Kingsley, who has been rearrested by the Lagos State Police Commander 3 days after he was released from Ikoyi Correctional Center. The 45-year-old suspect was arrested along with 6 others while allegedly robbing travelers who were held in the chaotic traffic at Ijora Badia area of Lagos. Confirming his arrest to newsmen, the spokesperson of the command, SP Benjamin Hundeyin, said investigations revealed that the suspect hooked up with his previous gang members at the White Sand area of Ijora Badia immediately after he was freed. Hundeyin said the suspects were robbing passengers in vehicles during the peak traffic period on Saturday, 17th June. A well-coordinated operation by the patrol teams of the Ijora Badia Police Division led to the arrest of the suspect at different locations on the Total Bridge along the Apapa and Ijora Badia areas. One of the suspects, simply identified as Kingsley, 43, was released from Ikoyi Correctional Facility 3 days before his arrest, while other suspects are between the ages 19 and 25. They were allegedly robbing motorists, he said. Now, Hundeyin said the suspect will soon be arraigned in court. The netizen said he went out for IT, now he has come back. A guy said, "Because Nigerian prisons are worse than whatever you imagine, it makes no difference. It turns humans to the worst." Another guy said, "This one is village people." Now let's take a short break, and when we come back, you will see what, a sad thing an epileptic man did. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's News Feed. The police in Adamawa State has arrested a 24-year-old man identified as Amos Christopher for allegedly beating up his younger brother to death. The suspect, who is said to be battling with epilepsy, allegedly killed their last-born, a 4-year-old Tyson Christopher, and subsequently beheaded him on Monday, June 19th. According to the police, the suspect, who is the firstborn of his family, had a seizure and slumped on June 18th and was brought back home by his neighbors. His health condition reportedly deteriorated, with a complete change in his behavior the following morning when they violently attacked his mother and younger brothers who were at home with him. He reportedly grabbed the 4-year-old boy and dragged him into a room where he locked the door and beat him up to death. All efforts to rescue the child by his mother was fruitless. In his violent state, he allegedly carried the body outside, where he used the hoe in his possession to cut off the head as well as break it into 2. Now, while being interrogated by the spokesperson of the command, SP Suleiman Yahaya Nguroje, the suspect, who hardly speaks, said he did not do anything and that his younger brother is at home. Fielding questions from spokesman, the father of suspect as well as victim Christopher Haruna said that the incident occurred while he was at the farm and confirmed that Amos is battling with epilepsy. A netizen commented, "That is why I still prefer white man's method of curbing nuisance in the society. If they notice any small thing wrong with you or you are a bit mentally unstable, even if it's depression, you will go to a mental health nursing home or a care home where you will be taken care of so you don't cause harm to others." Another said, "We need an active mental institution or ministry for mental health in our country. God help us." Someone said, "This made me cry. I can't possibly imagine what that innocent child went through. I wish I can unread this. Oh God, have mercy." Next on What's Trending, we have the money we have raised is not enough to pay for my security, Chef Dami cries out. Nigerian chef Damilola Adeparusi, popularly known as Chef Dami, has revealed plans to displace Hilda Basi as the world record holder for the longest cooking marathon by an individual. In an interview with newsmen in Ado-Ekiti on Friday, June 16th, Dami said that the concluded 120-hour cook was not registered with the Guinness World Record and that she is ready to apply for the Guinness World Records. She mentioned that she will be cooking for 150 hours in the new challenge set to take place in the month of July. She also pleaded for financial support from Nigerians. Take a look at both clips.
Decided to embark on this new challenge next month. After the support that I have received from my fans, social media, and even people from Ilupeju, I've decided myself and my team people we've decided to hire Adeparusi Damilola, popularly known as Chef Dami, and my team have decided to hold another cookathon program next month. Wow. This time it will be held for 150 hours and it will be duly registered with Guinness World Record. Chef Dami is honestly, you should please ever consider our factors if you want to give to me something. I appreciate it.
A lady said, "This lady needs to stop granting interview for now and start upgrading herself. This recognition you have already can take you places if it's well managed." Someone said, "Someone that should be seeking for financial support to attend a culinary school, record that people have been breaking. It got to her turn. She tore the Guinness book itself." The guy added, "Someone is pushing this girl to do all these things and it won't be well for that person." Next on What's Trending, we have US singer Bebe Rexha shows off her painful injuries after being hit in the face with a phone during concert. American singer Bebe Rexha has given fans an update after a man threw a phone and hit her in the face during a concert in the New York City on Sunday, June 18th. The singer-songwriter 33 was performing on stage at the rooftop at Pier 17 on her best FN night of My Live tour when she was struck in the face by the mobile phone. The man has been identified as luxury dog kennel walker Nicholas Mal Wagner. Taken to Instagram on Monday 19th, Bebe Rexha shared 2 close-up selfies revealing her bruised left eye with tape over her eyebrow after being caught. She was in a black hoodie as she held up her thumb and gave a slight smile to the camera. Now, despite the painful injuries, Bebe insisted, "I am good." The man who threw the phone at the songstress was arrested during the concert. The back of you artist was seen singing and heading towards the front of the stage when she was struck in the face by a phone on Sunday, June 18th. The singer was later rushed out of the concert as medics ran to the stage to help her. A netizen said, "You see why Odogu always match people on stage in Nigeria. Imagine, she never expected it and that little thing here can blind her forever. Burna Boy, please continue to match anybody that does anyhow on your stage." A lady said, "Seriously, thank God her eyes is safe, but this is wickedness." Another said, "Glad you're okay and glad the guy who threw the phone at you was found, arrested and charged." And lastly, onto a funny video of babies scared of their toys. Take a look. At least it ended well. And that is all on Newsbeat today on Trust TV. Follow us and subscribe to all our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Bye.